What's good, guys? Did a live show. Normally I wait till tomorrow to do a live show, but there's a rock music headlines on this double live show. Sammy Hagar, Van Halen, Van Halen, Montrose, James Hetfield, Metallica will take part in the second annual acoustic for Cure concert benefiting the Fear Cancer Program UCS benefit Children's Hospital in Hetfield and Hagar on Friday, May 14th at Masonic in San Francisco, as Alpha Jericho, Alice in Chains. Two big long-time bands joining forces. The band Yes and Toto have announced that they are joining forces for this summer for a Cohen North American tour. Monogram World's includes a groundbreaking West rock band award-winning Yes has sold nearly 40 million albums in Korea so far span for decades. Banting's interview with Mexico has so far as the whole track killed Kevin was a shot during his appearance of VH1's Class that also can be seen well on Soulful's upcoming studio album. Mexico there's a lot of biblical lyrics, there's some classic songs, there's some people are gonna be like, Soulful's new song, we sold our souls to melody greater Moshpit since Mexico area. I guess there was a car crash or whatever. Two people dead in car crash involving the bands. Kind of worse update. Rich Hayes, the husband of cousin Sarah Laura Hayes, posted a full update on his Facebook page. As well, read more of that story, live.net. The band Rainbow, Joel Lantern claims as long-awaited reunion of Rainbow leader Richie Blackmore finally took place this year. It was a pre-sense to bring back the two-year work since Joel was the singer of Rainbow from 1985. Saying how difficult to cure. Pledge Music has announced March of Field Day for recording of the band's 7th studio album release on Wind-Up, showing the fist in the face of tradition as Field Day's smallest operated since the release of self-produced debut album Short Bus. Bulls have recently introduced to a Colin Richardson on Car Crash, Fear Factory, Machine Head, and producer Andrew Carl Brown to recording their 5th album within the summer release, beginning with the band's mindset going into the songwriting process. I guess Steven Adler, Guns N' Roses, going into the art business. Going to be an artiste. After more than 3 decades of making music, Guns N' Roses founder drummer Steven Adler would make a career first in the 18s with his first art gallery showing us playing art. Adler showcased her art debut collection of 50. We'll discuss his work with visitors at 2 separate symposiums. You know, that's really neat for a guy like Steven Adler who's been in the music thing. He's got his own solo project with his band called Adler, and now he's getting into the art business. That's pretty neat. Brand new interview with Australia's Glam. Just a recap of everything that happened of the whole Megadeth thing you guys have saw over the weekend. They got brand new guitarist Brazilian Kiko Lourenço, who is the new Megadeth guitarist, because ever since Sean Drover, their former drummer, and Chris Sprout, their former guitarist, who quit the band, who left the band with their own band, there was kind of speculation of who was going to happen with the band Megadeth, and was a week before that they got Chris Adler of Lamb of God as the new drummer, so they need a second guitarist. So they also brought along with them Kiko Lourenço as their new guitarist, but brand new interview with Australia's Glam after Megadeth bass Dave Alsh spoken about relationship with bands, bringing Dave Mustaine and how it affected Mustaine's Christianity as far as faith goes, bringing people together. Elvis responded as far as Megadeth goes anyway. Speaking of Megadeth's video footage of four Megadeth Georgetown during March 17th, including Kevin Borg music and so Indiana using for clip Megadeth. Back in November, he produced his own musical interest in Kevin found location Paris where George announced version of Megadeth. Speaking of Megadeth, also Brazilian guitarist Akiko now Megadeth and was India Power at Randy Rhoads River at celebration of the Power Legend of concert of January 23rd Virginia Santa Ana in California. Watch Chapel speaking about the influence Randy Rhoads of Ozzy Osbourne Quiet Riot technique. He also said that Randy Rhoads was like a big hero for me. The new band I mentioned about the forum Megadeth members called Art of Defiance. See, that's another new band that's I think they're new, but once they get their name out there in the open market and open music market, people will be like, wow, who's this Act of Defiance? Act of Defiance is featuring four Megadeth members, John Jordan, Chris Broderick, along with ex-Gardner, Henry Derek Bonner, and Charles Full and Matt Blatchett. Listening to their studio producer Chris Zeus Harris, Rob Zombie, Hate Breed, and Charles Full, and Dean Welton release. Yes, No was over the weekend. Van Halen performed on Jimmy Kimmel Live the last 2 nights, and they released their live album in Japan. Average price for tickets for Van Halen's upcoming North American tour is secondary market around $223 million, according to Forbes.com. The most expensive show is 3 months, 390. Is August 9th gig at PNC Park in New Jersey.
Great stories will end to a simple extent on stock characters. The hero, the villain, heroine, villain, comic relief character. Once we see these figures in our story that we're experiencing, whether it's a novel,
I guess Justin Bieber's at it again during the new edition of Spike TV's Lip Sync Battle. I guess Justin Bieber did his whole tried doing an impression that he takes on Ozzy Osbourne's a classic Crazy Train coming out of Spike TV's some brand new character series where it's like on Tonight Show. Had you found that's in the preview clip below? He goes, Justin Bieber goes into the full character looking at recognized on a black wig. Yo, I want to see how well Justin Bieber can pull off doing Ozzy Osbourne song Crazy Train, but you never know. Paul Diano on his time with Iron Maiden, I didn't get to write as much as he wanted because he was pursuing interviewed by Mel's on radio. Pursuing with the former Iron Maiden singer Paul Diano. Watch the chapel or clip on YouTube clip below. Or an interview at HNG, Alter Bridge guitarist Mark Thomas spoke about band's plans for the rest of 2015. He said they will probably get together this year, get the ball rolling. Summer and wide 2016 we'll plan to hit the studio for a brand new album. Hailstorm's new album, Into the Wildlife, available for streaming at Yahoo Music. Singer Lizzie Hill told the Pulse where the process of recording was not like any of the group has done before. Basically, you know all the tracks you'd hear on this record. I guess Scott Williams of former Governor Lois, and he was asked what details Dr. Henry was there going to be a judge or a mentor in a show like America or The Voice. I just don't watch those shows. Metallica is currently in the studio at this time, and they're working on a brand new album. Metallica's Robert really bands new music. We're doing sounds heavy. It'd be really awesome to see Metallica again. I guess by quantity of Formula 238 or ass break, 5 whatever, how long break from being with James Seeger. So, hope you guys enjoy this double live show.